I used to spend money on marketing without having a clue what was working, and I threw a lot of money out the window. But then I learned how to track what really matters so that I could stop spending money on what wasn't working and double down on what is working. A lot of people say that marketing is creativity and brand awareness, but without knowing your numbers, you're guessing in the dark. I want to share with you here my top 12 numbers that you need to track. And as you get in here, you're going to figure out that number 7 is the most important. Hi, I'm Tony Javier, founder of multiple 7-figure companies, including an Inc. 5000 rated real estate investment company. And I want you to get your business running in less than 5 hours a week so that you can spend more time on the important things. And in order to do that, you need to dial in your marketing. And you can't do that if you don't know your numbers. Now I'm going to share with you my top ways to make sure that you know your numbers and can make good informed decisions based on your marketing. So let's dive in. First of all, traffic analytics. This is your baseline for visibility. Are people finding you? You can find out with Google Analytics. It can show you how many people visit your website, which pages they view, and how long they stay. If your traffic is low, your top of funnel strategies may need some work. And if it's high, but you're not converting, it's likely it's messaging or something wrong with your copy. A lot of people don't look at Google Analytics, but it has a ton of information that most business owners don't look at. So make sure you have Google Analytics on your website so when you do need to see that information, it's there, and look at it regularly. Number 2, traffic sources. Where is your traffic coming from? Are they finding you organically? Are they paid ads? Are they typing in your domain? Is it social media? You need to know your top performing channels so you know what to invest in. When a lead comes through your website, you need to make sure you have something to ask them where they came from. If they call in, you need to train your team to dig into where exactly they found you. If you're not tracking properly, there could be a lot of business coming in from a marketing campaign that you don't realize is working really well. You could also cut money from a campaign that is working really well. Make sure you are maniacal about this. Know where things are coming from. Number 3, bounce rate. Bounce rates tell you on your website how many people leave your site without interacting. If this number is high, your page needs some work. It may be irrelevant, it may be confusing, it may be unattractive to your audience. You need to have a bounce rate under 50%. You need to test different things, which I'm going to dive into here in just a little bit. Number 4 is cost per lead. This is a very critical number. You need to know how much it costs to get someone to opt in or contact you that has interest in what you're offering. If you're paying $100 per lead, but you're only making $50 per lead, then obviously you're losing money. You need to track your cost per lead per channel and compare it to your customer value to stay profitable. Remember, this is just one metric and don't get too caught up in it, but you still need to know it. Number 5, lead conversion rate. Of the people who show interest, how many are actually converting into money? A low conversion rate either means your leads aren't qualified or your sales process needs improvement. You can use this information to make tweaks to your marketing. You can also figure out which marketing campaigns you're spending way too much time on. For instance, real estate investors spend a lot of time cold calling and texting, and while the cost per lead is really low, they have to go through 50 to 100 leads to get a deal. This could be wasting a lot of time when you could be doing something like TV commercials, which is usually between 1 in 5 and 1 in 10 leads per conversion. What if I could show you how to work half the time that you are now, or better yet, create what I call a 5-hour business? I want to show you my 3-step system that showed me how to go from 60 to 80-hour weeks to now only having to work 5 hours a week in my businesses. The truth is, I actually don't have to go to work. If I don't go to work, I still get paid and my businesses run without me. In fact, a couple years ago, I got really sick and couldn't go to work for many months. Not only did my businesses run without me, but they did record numbers, doing millions and millions without me. Now I'm on a mission to help as many business owners create businesses that run without them, or at least the ability to work 5 hours or less if you want to, while your business still grows. So if you want to learn more about this, go to 5hourbusiness.com, where I can share my 3-step process on how you can do the same. Again, 5hourbusiness.com. Number 6, lifetime value. This tells you how much revenue you can expect from a customer over time. If your lifetime value is $1,000 and your cost per customer is $250, you're in great shape. You may not get that whole $1,000 up front, so if it's 500 now and 500 later, you can better know your returns. Number 7, return on ad spend, or ROI. This is by far the most important. This means for every dollar you spend, how much money are you getting back? You need to know exactly how much money you're getting from these campaigns to see if it's worth spending more money or if it's worth keeping. For instance, if you're getting $3 for every dollar you spend, you're at a 3 times ROAS, or ROI. And you really need to be maniacal about this number. Depending on the marketing campaign you're doing, you want to shoot for at least a 3 times return. If it's something like TV and radio, a 2 times return actually isn't that bad considering all the other benefits and the fact that you can't track all of the deals that are coming in. But this gives you a baseline. If you're getting over a 5 times return on investment, then you probably need to up your ad spend on that channel. Number 8, email open rate. Are people opening your emails? You may think to yourself, well, I don't really send that many emails. Well, you need to. If you're capturing people's information, you need to be sending them more emails, and you need to make sure they are opening it. An open rate under 20% usually means that your subject lines need some help, or there could be something wrong with your email provider. If it's low, you need to figure out how to re-engage that list. Test different hooks, personalize your emails, and clean up your list to make sure your emails are working. Because if they're not, you're really going to get dinged for this by your email provider. Number 9, click-through rate. When people see what you're putting out there, how often are they clicking through? So this could be for YouTube ads, Google ads, Facebook, basically anything online where you want them to click. You need to be looking at this and testing different things consistently, because just a small improvement in your click-through rate could be big for your conversions. A higher click-through rate means you're getting people closer to doing business with you. Number 10, landing page conversion rate. How many people actually act on the landing page once you get them there? You're spending a lot of money on traffic, so you need to see how it's converting. If you're sending traffic somewhere and you're not getting signups or sales, the problem is on the page. It's not usually your marketing. So you can tweak a headline, you can change offers, you can redo the layout, or you can change your call to action to see if you can get more people to act on your offer. Number 11, this one's cool too, is funnel drop-off points. Where in your marketing or sales funnel do people lose interest? Obviously, if it's in the beginning, you need to work on your ad copy. If they get on your website and they're dropping off, you need to know where they're dropping off and why they're dropping off. I've used things like heat maps, scroll tracking, and other analytics to pinpoint where leads are dropping off. There's one time we did screen recordings and it showed that people were trying to click on some of our icons because they thought they were clickable. So then we made them links so that they would go to the next page in the funnel. Fixing little things like this could easily double your conversions. And number 12, referral rates. At what rate are your customers referring other people to you? In our media company, this is huge. We don't spend a lot of money on marketing. A lot of it is referrals. So look at all your customers and see how many of them are actually referring people to you. Try and get this number up. You can have referral contests, and you can make sure that when you're talking to your customers, especially if they're happy, and get referrals from them right there. Referrals are one of the cheapest and one of the most highest converting lead sources you can have. So that's a quick down and dirty of some of the things that you need to look at when tracking your marketing metrics. Remember, just those little small tweaks can be big on the back end for you, especially if you're investing in real estate and could potentially make another $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 on a conversion that you wouldn't have normally had. Remember, marketing isn't just about the right message, but it's about knowing what works and doubling down on it. I built 7-figure businesses by getting laser focused on tracking the right things, and marketing is absolutely one of them. And because I have my marketing dialed in, I only have to work less than 5 hours a week in my business, and you can do the same. If you love this, check out the next video about tools and systems that I use in my business. By the way, if you like this so far and you want to learn how I operate my business in 5 hours a week or less, I want to share with you my 3-step system. Go to 5hourbusiness.com.